Hey guys, Clone Guy here, and apparently there is a battle journey out there for 2020 by World of Tanks that we can all click on, check out, and see exactly what we've done this year, 2020, the last year. Well, for some. So, in the top, you can see the link. In the description, there will be a link, because people, you know what, even though I'm telling you there's a link in the description, people are still going to comment, yo, where's the link? Yo, how do I find this? Link in the description. Right after the description, it's going to be the first thing on the top, okay? Click on that, and it'll take you here. So, let's do this. Let's start our journey here. Oh, it's for everything. Wow, I cannot believe that. That means PC must have made this or something. That's crazy. That you would include this amazing game known as World of Tanks Action Heroes. But, let's log into Xbox Live, I guess, is what we need to do. Oh, there's a little stock STI, or ST1, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't really matter. It's loading. Look at this. Look how fast it is. It's loading. Very cool. We're going to have to wait. Wait for it to load. I'll look back. Oh. I guess it signed me in. Oh, there we go. Best battle this year. October 8th, Fisherman's Bay. 4 kills. 5,742 damage. So that replay is actually on the channel. That's the oddest. I'll try to remember to put a little eye thing in the top right corner. You can go check that out. That is a replay, and I do remember that very, very much. Let's continue. Distance traveled. 5,963 kilometers. That's the same as if you placed 596,000. Wait, 0.3k? 596,000. Yeah, okay, 596,300. There you go. I was trying to figure out how they worded that. Togs end to end. All right, I get that. That's interesting. 500,000 togs. We played 3,273 battles. That's a lot of battles. Continue. Number of mastery badges we rewarded this year, 2,323, and that includes third class, I assume. Can I go backwards? I can't go backwards. Yeah, that has to include third class. There's no way two-thirds of my battles were aces. More than two-thirds. Imagine that. Imagine that. Let's continue. Favorite tank was the Rheinmetall Panzerwagen. That's crazy. I think I played this like 50 times, 47 times. But apparently that's enough to be my favorite. So that means my channel was very diverse. Or at least I played very diverse this year. That's cool. Continue. 69% of your battles were victorious. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'll take that. What else we got? Anything else? Favorite nation was Russia, comrade. No kidding. You got the Russian tier 10 mediums. You got the KV2. You've got the Dreadnought. You got the IS-7. You've got the IS-4. There's such good stuff over in Russia, man. Like, let's be real. Let's be real. Keep going. Jack of all trades. Your style, medium. Favorite tank was medium. Makes sense. And the Panzerwagen dries off. Bye, Panzerwagen. Oh, it's back. Oh, here's a little thing. Order your personalized poster stickers. Haha. No, thank you. Wait, how much? How much is it? Tell me. Picho? Picho? How much? Just to check. 15 euros. Or is these pounds? I always forget. How many copies would you like? 0. I would like... It doesn't go down to 0. Alright, well, since we're taking a look back, let's go take a look back at an old replay. Let's do that. So we're in the IS-7, and this is actually my first ever ace tanker in the IS-7. And so you're wondering, when was this recorded? This was recorded April 24th, 2017. Almost 4 years ago, back when we first started the channel. And back then, the channel, I wasn't really going for views. I was just posting good games. I had like 50 subscribers, if that. And a few of you are probably still here, still watching. And you probably remember this. Maybe you do, maybe you don't, who knows. But it has 200 views on YouTube, this particular replay. But I decided to bring it back because, I mean, we've got almost 16,000 subscribers. We have 200 views. most of you probably haven't seen this replay before, and it's my first ever ace tanker. But yeah, back then I didn't post every day. It was just whenever I had a decent game or a really good game, usually aces, I would post. And yeah, we weren't really going for views at the time. We were just making content because Mad Friday was talking about quitting, and I was like, oh, we might need somebody to take his place. Maybe we can take his place. I don't know. And so I started posting. And then it wasn't until Spartan Elite that we really took off, which was probably about a year or a year and a half later. I think later in 2018, near the end of 2018, I think. Yeah, so I'd say this channel has been growing for about 2 years, which is great. It's pretty good, pretty successful for WoT Console channel, I'd say. So thank you guys very much. And we're platooned up with Baconating. Oh boy, I haven't. Legend, absolute legend, a great guy to play with. Ooh, did you see how big that shell was? Look at these are like the old icons for the ammo. Short and thick and easy to read. Same with the repair kits and the med kit and the automatic fire extinguisher. Like, this is the way, man. This is the old version of the IS-7 as well. It doesn't have the buffed gun handling. It doesn't have the buffed hit points. This is the original version of the IS-7 here on console and on PC. This is the version. This is it. This is the one that was introduced into the game and stayed this way for about 3 years before, or 3 or 4 years, I think, until they buffed it for Mercenaries. And it's a good one. I thoroughly enjoy it. There's the Chieftain. Look at that. The Chieftain was out at this time. The Chieftain's been out a long time here on console. Clearly over 4 years, that means. Which is pretty cool, because poor PC has been waiting for years and years and years for their Chieftain, and finally they get a Chieftain, and it's an blatantly overpowered Chieftain. And not this version, which in my opinion is very, very balanced. So, but we're in this position. This position is great, especially when there's no arty and you're in a medium, but the IS-7 in a straight line is about as fast as a medium, if not faster. It can go 60. And so we definitely use that mobility to our advantage to get to this location. I'm wondering now what you could do if you were to, like, put on that food, or no, sorry, that octane that you get now, which increases your speed by 5%, so you could go like 62.5 kilometers an hour. Or no, sorry, 63 kilometers an hour. My math is terrible. 63 kilometers an hour, you have better engine power. Like, that might be incredible on the IS-7. You might just be able to shift around like a madman. On PC, they buffed the engine power from 1050 to 1200, so the same as the E100. Here on console, we don't get that, but that's okay. That was one of the buffs that they didn't need here, and they didn't add it, which was great. This was back, so maybe this was before Mercenaries that they buffed this tank. So it would have been back when they actually did a good job on their tank changes. They did. They actually used to do good jobs on their tank changes here on console. PC, they would overbuff things. When they buff something, they would just like take 3 things, 4 things, and buff them all. Here on console, they'd be like, well, we're buffing the tank, so let's just try one thing at a time and see how it works. And that's what they would do. And so they settled on just the health buff and the gun handling buff on the IS-7, and they didn't touch its speed, which I thought was good. And you know, that was the good old days of World of Tanks console, man. Bring those back. But Baconating is stock in his E100. This is probably his first or second game. This is, I think, our first or second game of the night here at Tier 10. We had both just gotten our tanks. I don't know if I just got my IS-7 again. I'm not sure. I think this was one of my first games in the IS-7, and this is one of his first games in the E100. And let me tell you, I was impressed by the IS-7. Like, wow, this is a pretty good tank. I'm enjoying it. And he's having a half-decent game as well in his E100, considering he's stock. The 128 isn't terrible. In fact, at the time, if I'm not mistaken, it probably had more pen than the 150. The 150 had 135 pen at one point in the game. I don't know if it's at this point, but it was at a point. So, anyway, moving on. The Jagpanzer E100. Baconating puts another shell in with his small gun. Unless that was the heavy tank next to him. Doesn't matter. The Conqueror dies to the Jagpanzer E100 after somebody bounced off of him. And we're going to get to his side. We put a shell near his lower plate. I can't drive. I rammed into him. But we rammed his tracks off, so it was all part of the plan. Do you remember? It was all part of the plan. Actually, wasn't part of the plan. We meant to go around him. But this tank doesn't turn very quickly. And as I said, I was very new to this tank. And it did not. I wanted to juke him. But it didn't work. This thing is very fast in a very straight line. It turns like a boat. Holy cow. But he is dead. So that's okay. Let's move on now. to the next tank. What's this? A tortoise? That's not... that's kind of scarier than a Jagpanzer in the position we're in, because he's just going to shred us with his DPM. He could probably kill us before we climb this, so we're going to let our T-32 do what he does, and we're going to shoot this M103 instead. We are not climbing after a tortoise, exposing our belly. That would be terrible. He can kill us with a good roll in 4 shots. Yeah, with a 6-second reload. It's going to take us longer than 18 seconds to get up there. Plus, he could back up. Plus, he could track us. Plus, there's lots of things he could do, so we're just going to go around. He kills our T-30. Did he kill our T-32? Yeah, he killed the T-32. It's unsurprising. Oh, there's another guy with him. It's a great... it's the M103, which is the guy we were chasing. It's a good thing we didn't chase after the tortoise, because this M103 went there. Yeah, it'd be all over. But the M103 is... Or the tortoise. Is one of them turning? None of them are turning. We're going to ram this guy. Put a shot on him. I wanted to shoot the tortoise, but the guy was blocking us. And now the tortoise looks at us. So we're going to wedge him up. At this angle, he could probably pen us. He actually doesn't. He bounces off of us. And his engine deck, or his roof, is 20 millimeters. I bet you guys didn't know it was that weak. Yeah, there's a little bar right below the machine gun port, which is 20 millimeters thick. And are we going to get a little bit of Russia action here? No, we're not. Okay. We need to shout Russia right there, but we did not. But it doesn't matter. The tortoise is down. Now we're going after this guy. We could probably ram him if we wanted to, but we have one more shell left, too, until we're on to APCR. He pens us, and we're just going to ram him. We're not going to waste our shell. How much health did we actually lose there? 1 sec. He pens us. We're at 1015, and then we ram him. And we're still at 1015. So he took 300 of his health, and he did 0. I mean, I guess I'm not surprised. We get set on fire by the Jag Tiger, but Russia! No, it didn't work. We did have an automatic fire extinguisher. That's good. We're going to try to side scrape this boy now. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Fix that. Fix that. Come on, Colin guy. You got it. He did it. Now we're going to let it aim slowly but surely. And boop. Straight into his lower plate. We're aiming at his upper plate because we have APCR 303 pen. Doesn't really matter where we shoot him. But we shot him in the lower plate anyway. And now we're going to be loaded here in just 2 seconds. Can we kill him? Can we do it? Yes, we can. We finish him off. Baconating. I remember him being like, he bounced off! Because he bounced off, we got to pick up the kill. 5 kills, 26 damage driven. We did have a fire. Remember that, and a couple of rams, which weren't the biggest. But let's see what kind of damage we did nonetheless. We made money in the IS-7. 73,000 credits made. 8,041 damage. 878 assist damage thanks to our tracking on a couple of tanks. And, 1,600 damage blocked, nothing too special, but we get the high caliber, the ace tanker, the arsonist, and the brothers in arms platoon up with Baconating, who also picks up 3 kills, not too shabby. Where does he score on the leaderboard? 3,182. He is 4th in the E100, the stock E100. He gets beat out by a Death Star and a T-62A, but pretty good. We actually only got 343 assists off this guy. We probably got a bit of assist on the Borsig spotting him, actually, I think is where we got the rest of that. But there you go. A nice look back. I hope you guys all enjoyed. If you did, slap that like button, comment, subscribe. Go check out SpaceBANDIT. I don't know if he's doing videos anymore, but hey, you know what? His link is going to be in the description below. And I'll see you guys all later. Take care, everyone, and peace out.